You have tuned into the BearDown Corner with your host, Sergeant Holio. Hey everybody, this is the BearDown Corner. I'm Sergeant Holio. Let's get you caught up for this week's NFL action. All right, off season is here. We got some stories, and yeah, that's it basically until March begins and we get free agency. Then we'll have lots to talk about. But in the meantime, news around the league is this. Rondale Moore, 25-year-old wide receiver, was found dead this week as he was viewed with self-inflicted wounds. It is being ruled possible suicide. The investigation is still going on. The Arizona Cardinals, former teammates, and other NFL organizations. He was a part of the Arizona Cardinals, most recently with the Minnesota Vikings, giving their condolences out this week for the Moore family. Falcons are going to place, most likely, the franchise tag on their tight end superstar, Kyle Pitts. The tight end came out and had his best season in the last three since his breakout rookie campaign of over 1,000+ yards. Now, this is good for him because he signs a one-year deal worth $16 million, and it allows him the opportunity to try and flourish in Kevin Stefanski's system and hopefully lock in that long-term deal. But on the other side of the spectrum, Falcons are smart by doing this because if he has his, so-called breakout season again, or even if, let's say, there's teams interested in him, they now can recoup some draft picks for the former fourth overall pick. Lane Johnson, tackle of the Philadelphia Eagles, is returning for the 2026 season. The tackle has been with the organization for well over a decade now, coming up on his age 35 season. Beat, battered, bruised. He got injured near the end of the season, but he wants one more run and one more crack at a possible Lombardi. Here's an interesting one for you. The Bears. They might be moving to Indiana in the next few years, possibly. Reports coming out. The organization and the city of Chicago are still more or less at a stalemate from all the reports that I've been reading. It was asked of the state to hold certain taxes within that area to allow for the construction and building of the new stadium in Arlington Heights. It did not happen. Otherwise, construction would have started this year. So now Indiana has put together a proposal recently, passed 24-0 in their council. And basically it states they're going to put together a group that's going to head the idea of building on this piece of land that's about only 30 minutes from Chicago, but still across the border in Indiana. Now, this would allow the Bears to just have more of a commute for their fan base and possibly gain new fan base. Honestly, the city of Chicago is going to drag their goddamn feet on trying to help build a brand new stadium, and you're getting a better offer literally 30 minutes away. Why wouldn't you just do what the Chiefs did? They're leaving in 2031. The Bears could be doing the same damn thing. Now, again, not that far of a drive if you're going to be commuting to go to the game, but I don't know. One door closes for another one to open with brand new opportunities. Honestly, I don't give a crap where the hell they play out of. The Bears are the Bears. I'm still going to be a fan. That's all there is to it. I don't really get a choice on to say where my team moves or doesn't move. I can choose if I stop cheering for them, but chances of that are hard no. Cowboys released veteran linebacker Logan Wilson, who they acquired in a trade earlier this offseason. Just didn't really set the fit, I guess. So they let him go. But they did re-sign running back Javonte Williams to a 3-year, $24 million contract. Honestly, I like this deal. $8 million for a top-tier runner. You've seen it last year. Javonte did very well for Dallas. And when it wasn't a struggle because the defense couldn't stop a goddamn thing on the field for the first half of the season, they should have won more games. And they could have won more games if that defense would have been better. So they locked down the running back for that potent offense and continue on as they do their rebuild and hopefully re-signing George Pickens this offseason as well. Our last story of the day comes at the cost of the Cleveland Browns. This one's going to be a little bit of a rant. So, long story short, I just want to explain the shortcomings that are coming at the Cleveland Browns here soon. So, they're $19 million over the cap already. This is due in part to the horrific contract that they have signed with Deshaun Watson. So here's what happens when you get the quarterback contract wrong, okay? We're on the tail end of this contract now, but the Browns could very well be in this situation, losing every single starting offensive lineman they had start games for them last year. Here's the list. You got left tackle, Cam Robinson, left guard, Joel Bitonio, center, Ethan Pokic. You got right guard, Wyatt Teller, and right tackle, Jack Conklin. Conklin's a former first-round pick, 31, mid of his career kind of thing, but still serviceable tackle. Wyatt Teller is a freaking former 3-4-time Pro Bowler with 2 first All-Pro nods, and they won't be able to re-sign him. You're losing your entire offensive line because you made a bad decision on signing a guy who you knew was already going to be problematic because of the shit that was coming with him, but you still did it anyway. So, with that note being said, NFL franchises, I guess it's more imperative now than ever, especially with the big contracts that are being given out for these quarterbacks, to get it right. Because if you don't, you'll end up like the Browns and not have a whole hell of a lot left to be able to protect your quarterback going into next year. Most likely, Shedeur Sanders is going to start for this team. I have a feeling that Kevin Stefanski is going to trade for Dylan Gabriel, and they're going to have Deshaun back up Shedeur next year. Because at this point, unless Watson shows something miraculous in preseason, you might as well go with the player from last year. He ain't costing you shit on the cap books. You need a quarterback at play. The Browns are they are the abysmal of a franchise right now. And I don't know what Monken is going to be able to do with that roster, but I pray for that fan base, man. That is horrific to see your team go down the way it is because of that one bad decision. Usually you can recover from these bad decisions, but a quarterback contract, beware, can bite you in the ass for the next 4 to 5 years. But you know what, though? That's neither here nor there. That is it for us here at the BearDown Corner. I'm Sergeant Julio. You can catch us live every Tuesday, 6 o'clock General Mountain, 8 o'clock Eastern. Of course, anywhere you get your podcasts and on YouTube. Be safe, take care, and we'll catch you here next week on the BearDown Corner.